Okay, so I think we will start. Hi everyone. My name is Evgeny Shvarov. I'm manager of community startup programs in InterSystems, and here is our traditional programming contest meetup to celebrate, to highlight winners of the contest. And last 3 weeks we had the first contest the first programming contest dedicated to InterSystems Iris Cloud SQL product, and we had 8 applications in this contest. And today we met to congratulate winners and to let them. So usually the agenda is the following. So we give the floor to winners in a very random order to let them present themselves and demo the applications. So winners, you have like 5 minutes to present yourself and demo, and then like 5 minutes more Q&A. And also any feedback you have, any questions, everything is welcome. And before we start, maybe Tom, Steve, maybe you want to say some words.
Yes, I just wanted to express on behalf of InterSystems our gratitude for all the hard work that you guys put in and the feedback that we've gotten about the cloud services that you guys use. And we appreciate it very much and very excited to hear from you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Any more like inputs from our product management? Steve? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm echoing what Tom said. We really appreciate the feedback, and it's really valuable just to have experience on the infrastructure that we've been building and feedback on how these services will work once they're released in the next month or two, etc. When we're able to release them, we're really excited about what people can do with them. So thank you for putting in the effort.
Benjamin, you want to say something now? Or maybe later, okay.
Not too specific, but I think I hope you learned a lot. But definitely we did learn a lot. So this is our cloud services are on a natural progression. We've had a first closed early access program, which some of you participated in. This contest is the next phase of that. And we hope to be launching an open EAP for early access program in the near future as further steps towards the general availability of it, where we can offer it really for any and all customers of all sizes. So thanks for your participation.
Yes, thank you, Benjamin. And yes, thanks a lot also for your engagement that we introduced you a new product with the SQL and AI AutoML offerings from InterSystems, and you took the challenge. You submit several applications, and yes, we have winners, and I invite the team, like a team submission from Maria, Katsiaryna, and Maria. So it's the application is Ships Galaxy, and so I invite you to present yourself and present your application, demo it, please. Who is speaking? So I'm passing the floor to you. We can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Hello, my name is Kate. My teammates and I work for Banksy Global. We deliver full cycle software development services to mid-sized companies and large enterprises. Our team development, our I'm sorry. For this contest, we wanted to try and develop a project using a third-party framework on the backend, and in doing so, connect and use InterSystem technologies. We looked at the technologies on offer and realized that it was possible to solve health problem using AI. So we decided to develop a project for sleep analysis, which would be small but would enable anyone who wish to use it as sample to quickly figure it out.
Hi, I'm Maria. I would like to talk about the technologies used. Our application is based on the following technologies: Angular 15 and Angular Material Framework for the frontend, Fast API Framework for the backend, and Iris Cloud SQL with IntegratedML for data storage and analysis. And now I would like to talk about using Iris Cloud SQL in our project. So we have created a deployment of our database in the cloud. Our database consists of two tables. The first table is sleeps, which contains various indicators that affect sleep. The second table contains user data. We can execute a SQL query and get the contents of the tables. We use table sleeps to apply machine learning algorithms. For this project, we decided not to use a real data set, but the generated data. As you can see, we evaluate most of the indicators on a numerical scale. For prediction, we use the field quality. It's measured from 1 to 3, where 1 is low quality sleep, 3 is high quality sleep. We simply used the portal interface to create and train our model. Next, here we created a query to the database to retrieve machine learning results. We will use two retrieved properties. The prediction field is a prediction of the quality of sleep, and the probability quality field is the probability that the sleep will be qualitative.
Hello, I'm Maria, and I was developing the server part of the project, and now I want to tell you about it. The backend part was developed using the Fast API framework, pedantic libraries of Python language. The framework generates automatically documentation using Swagger. The connection to the database is made using SQL Alchemy Iris library. The project structure consists of roles with endpoints, models, with entry and processing service. You can see the table corresponding to the database, to the tables in the database. Using the object relation mapping approach, the interaction between the server side and the database takes place.
Some words about front-end. First of all, to use this app, you should sign up if you have an account. If you have an account, you need sign in. If you add valid data, you will get a new token and you can work with the application. And every your next request to database will send with token in a header. The main part of this application adds some information about your sleep. The analysis of sleep takes into account factors such as noise levels, room lighting, sleep duration, caffeine consumption, and more. This information is allowed to change our sleep-related habits and create optimal conditions for sleep in the future. User fills this form and press submit, and after that a new post request to go to the database. After that, the data is analyzed using machine learning algorithms to provide users with insights into their sleep patterns. Finally, after each data entry, the user will receive a notification of sleep quality. Also, you can fix this information if you have found a mistake in your notes. All your notes about sleep are stored in the database, and you always can find it in our user-friendly menu. It consists all needed functions to use this app. Guys, we explained all about our contest project. It's a very good experience for us. We greatly appreciate this opportunity to be a part of your community. It's all.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for great submission and perfect demo. Do you have any questions to our product management? Do you have any feedback, like specific feedback? What was like complex? Maybe what was like easy?
We don't have questions, but I want say that we will definitely to use cloud solutions and machine learning in our future projects. I just wanted to say that it was an interesting experience for us, and definitely we want to use Iris Cloud SQL in our future project.
Thank you. Any questions to Banxa Global team? I personally, I appreciate very much that you guys, ladies, participated as a team. So we always encourage community and developers to join as teams. And sometimes you do. So thanks for that, and we congratulate you with the winning submission this time. So and encourage you to participate again. So thanks a lot. And now, now I would pass the floor to Oleh Dontsov. Oleh, do you want to tell about your present yourself and tell about your submissions, applications? You had 2 entries this time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations. Please go ahead. Tell us a few words about yourself and what your apps do. Yeah.
So hello everyone from Ukraine. I'm going to show my application that allows to check who wrote the text, a person or artificial intelligence. Let me share my screen. So AI text detection. This application was conceived as an experiment to see if using tool like Cloud SQL and IntegratedML, it's possible to solve an unusual problem like this without specific knowledges of machine learning. So how does it work? For training the model, I used an open data set that contained text from Wikipedia, where is here is an example of data. So as we can see, there is text from Wikipedia, and ChatGPT generated text on the same topic. As we can see in description, this prompt used for generating text, and this is configuration used for GPT model. So in order for this data to be used, I was necessary to convert it into a format that would be convenient for model training. I took parts of the data set and converted the text into a set of numerical parameters, such as words count, unique bigrams count, capital letters count, and other. For the conversion, I used the NLTK Python library. So let's see how to run the application. First, we need a cloud portal. We need to have an account here, and we will create a deployment. I already have a few, and we'll show them with an example. So we have a ready deployment, and we have access to it with these credentials. Let's open the code of our application and run it. The application uses Docker, so to run it, it's enough to execute the docker compose up command. Docker compose up. So now we have a local link to the application. Let's open it. It's a configuration page. Here we need to specify access to the deployment and click Save and Init button. Let's see what happens in the code during initialization. The main app file. We are executing two SQL commands. The first, delete the table if it already exists. And the second one, create the table where we will insert the dataset. There are the parameters to which we converted our text. Now we know that the table has been created, and we will use the cloud portal to load dataset. Let me open it. To load dataset and import it to database and train machine learning model. To upload the dataset, we can use the file manager. You can see it here. It has a 4 MB limit, so I didn't use the full dataset. Only 35,000 texts, half of which are human written and half generated by ChatGPT. As you can see, the file is already loaded. Now we need to insert this data into a table. To do this, we are using import file tab. Here we select CSV data, select our file, select created table, and select this checkbox. And click import file. So I have it already done, so I will keep this step. The next step is to train the model. For this, we need IntegratedML tools page. Here we have to create a model called text model for table texts, and field to predict its label. And we have to create text trained model, which names text trained model. So training takes some time, so I will use deployment that already contains the trained model. Come back to the application and set our credentials. So this is the main page of the application where we can write text and check it. First, let's look at the code that performs the prediction. This is it. So at the first, we catch the text from request, and in describe text function, it's here. We convert it into a set of parameters using an LTK library. It's something like 20 parameters, like unique keywords, capital count, digit count, unique bigrams, and other. So the next step is insert this data into text table, and then run SQL query that can predict the result. So let's see how it works. Let's open some Wikipedia page. For example, I don't know, Wiki AI, artificial intelligence. So let's copy some text from here and paste it into our form. Okay, we got the result. So this text was generated by human with probability 96%. I think it's good. Let's try another one. I will go to the main Wikipedia page and copy, I don't know, some text about bacteria. Why not? So let's paste it and test. Okay, this text was generated by human, probability 94%. And now let's open the ChatGPT and ask it to generate some text for us. For example, small text, I don't know, about
asked about InterSystems.
Okay. Let's copy it and paste. Okay, it looks like this text was generated by artificial intelligence with probability 100%. So as we see, the results are not bad. Of course, it can make mistakes. I think in order to achieve better results, I need to use a larger data set. I don't know, more than 4 megabytes, like gigabytes, and increase the number of parameters that are calculated from the text. Of course, it's not a production-ready solution, but it was an interesting experiment, how without specific knowledge of machine learning, using the integrated ML as a black box, you can quickly solve such tasks. Thank you for your attention. That's all.
Thank you, Oleh. Frankly, I tried your application, and actually I like the simplicity and how straightforward it is indeed to use Arix Cloud and IntegratedML in a very evident way. But I wasn't that lucky with the AI detection, so for any text it gave me, oh, it's human, even from ChatGPT. But
I think it depends of text length, because for example, if text so small, it tell me that is AI 100% all of time. It depends of data set. It's just demo, so
okay. Anyway, thanks a lot. Any questions to Oleh? Maybe, and also Oleh, maybe you have any questions to InterSystems product management. We have several product managers here on the call.
No.
Yeah. Also, any questions from the audience? Comments?
By the way, even like ChatGPT's team over OpenAI have such tool like text classifier, and they say that the limitation of their tool is 100 words at least to detect it. So yeah, if text is very short, even OpenAI can detect it. So yeah.
Yeah, because it's very small data for algorithm.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's quite impressive. So we didn't. So it's I just suggested InterSystems right now. So it was not like previously decided. So it's quite union. So it works. Thank you, Oleh. So thanks and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so I've also encouraged you to participate more. Yes, and also you can see it. So if you go with sometimes with several submissions, you can take several prizes as you did this time. So really great. Now I pass the floor to our next winner is Dmitry Maslennikov. Dima, you also have 10 minutes to present yourself if people don't know you, and say what you did this contest.
Hello everyone, I'm Dmitry. As most of already know me, so I'm moderator on community and working as CaretDev co-founder and developer, so doing projects on behalf. And so for this contest, I decided to choose Apache Superset. It's an external project from Apache team, open source project written in Python. It's a very powerful tool for mostly SQL based, like kind of like BI, but just on plain SQL. With lots of charts and also with SQL editor injected. It supports a lot of databases, but not InterSystems Iris yet, so I made it. And to do so, I needed to make this adoption. So it's a Python based. Means that I used the BIP driver, actually community edition version, and also Superset uses SQL Alchemy engine to access databases. So I have SQL Alchemy Iris driver. Iris dialect for SQL Alchemy, developed also by myself, and some more additional adoption on top of it, just specifically for Superset. So yeah, I have a demo, online demo available for everyone. It's open and like with public access, it has access to dashboards, charts, which is part of all the dashboards, or just plain data sets. So in dataset, it's actually chart editor, where you can select all the data and select any chart they offer out of the box. It's a lot of very interesting. All this data is offered by Superset as an example dataset. So multiple tables loaded in supersets way. So I didn't do anything to the data. It's a like out of the box data, which like I just used superset to load to Iris, and it displays. So it right now the data showed here from SQL Cloud for sure. So it's a contest, and a lot of different dashboards with multiple different values and so on and so on. Everything is from SQL Cloud. So it's like tables showed in UI of SQL Cloud. It's these tables generated by SQL this superset with help of SQL Alchemy, and a lot of tables generated from it, and so on and so on. I'll show on my local example for the speed. It's the same, but just a bit faster. Out of the box data didn't work quite well. There's needed some changes, like in this case, some incompatibilities with Iris, and I can edit chart. And I have issue with dataset. It's a virtual dataset. I go to edit dataset, and here is just a simple query, and I just have to fix it because date is word keyword, so it have to be with double quotes, and I update it, and it showed. So back to the dashboard, and yeah, it's working now, and quite fast. SQL App is a place where you can do queries like the version, very plain, like, yeah, it's running on my ARM64, so it's connected to Iris, and database connection. To prove also here, it's examples database, edit connection. Yes, it's connected to our cloud. It hidden password for security reason. Here it's out of the box how it's working, and in this case it's my local, and I want to load CSV file. It's needed to enable CSV upload, and I can upload any CSV file I want without pre-creation. It just uses another tool. It uses pandas, so it's very cool when like a lot of Python tools can be mixed together and used in this way. So I can select upload, select some CSV file, name it. I don't remember what it's table, database, only one, schema, not required, but some other fields I don't need to fill. save it, and it's uploaded, and now I have access to it. So it just uploaded the CSV and it shows it the data from here. So okay, let's show it's a we see here the data into some sums. So let's make it. Yeah, we need to make our data is acceptable as data as temporal here. And now it recognizes it, and like metrics, sales, okay, revenue, and we need some, and it shows like this. So we don't do anything else mostly, but yeah, it's a little bit and also it supports grain. So if you have date time timestamp field like up to microseconds, and you need to build the graph just day to day, you just select time grain needed, and it will use formula and collect it. And you can see view query where it shows what the query used there. It's very cool. And then you make it a chart, then edit as a dashboard, and so on and so on. So out of the box, like almost everything working quite well. And I found then that there is one project named Preset.io, which actually offers the same superset, but in cloud for you, and mostly for free, also possible. So yeah, it's like they have free price, and it's the same superset, but with bunch of pre-installed drivers out of the box, but doesn't support yet Iris. But I hope I will maybe with help of from InterSystems we can add Iris here, because like we already have drivers, so we just have to say them, let's install it, and anyone could use Preset.io to use this Cloud SQL, Iris Cloud SQL as a database, as a data source. So I think it will be very great next step for it. Okay, I think.
Thank you, Dima. Thank you very much. It's like Iris BI. Yeah.
Yes, kind of, but just without without MDX, without a pre-calculation. So it just uses plain SQL. So if you don't have time to build cubes, but you want to analyze your data, like you have it, you just need to analyze it right now, you can just connect and show everything, all the magic.
So introduced a new tool to InterSystems community.
And I hope that it could be as an interface, SQL interface, kind of to SQL Cloud. So it's like more powerful, much more powerful than what we have out of the box. So I think it's like good improvement.
Thank you. Any questions to Dmitry? Dima, maybe you have questions to product management, but only one.
No, I don't have much questions. I improving few drivers behind superset. So it's a SQL alchemy, for instance. And yeah, actually, like today I introduced released new version of SQL alchemy driver, which recently SQL alchemy released new version 2.0, and it's like a very big major release. And today I managed to upgrade my driver too for this version. So I am on the latest release, so anyone could use it. Yeah, on this contest, 5 projects out of 8 used Python. So, and I see that like it's very cool. Anyone could use also like Fast API from Banksia could use SQL Alchemy as well. So yeah, it's
Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot. I think yeah, community knows your projects, and we all use and follow your contributions. Thanks for your involvement in the community activities. Yes, it's very helpful. Okay, so we have another winner in this contest. So it's Waseem. Muhammad, I invite you to tell about your contribution, please.
Yeah, hi all. This is Muhammad Waseem. I'm also a community moderator and working at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, in a hospital where we are using track care as well. So let me share my screen. Okay, so my application is Iris MLM Explainer. So this application consists mainly 3 things. One is the application itself, which is the main application. And then there is a model explainer. This is Python library where they explain all the detail of any model, whether is it regression or classification. And then this application also contain one Jupyter notebook, so where we can connect to the Cloud SQL. We can just import the files and create the model, train and validate the model as well. So here I'm using basically cloud service, already explained before. One of my colleagues already explained. So here we have 2 options: either do all this exercise by the cloud service itself, either use a Jupyter notebook. So let me go to the Jupyter notebook. So it's already here in the repository. So it's running even here. Let me just. So this is our notebook. So where we can just connect to the about database dataset. This is from the Kaggle. This is a very famous USA housing dataset. And here I'm just importing the train and data, and just exploring some data, the info, describe the data. And here I'm connecting to the cloud, Iris Cloud, by using the utility function. So we have here utility, and it's just importing this DB API, and then we are just connecting based on the parameters. So once it's connected, it's creating the table. So this is a DDL statement to create a table. And after that, a table is created. We need 2 tables. One is for the training and one for the validation. So it's creating both the tables. And then here we are importing the data, just reading the file using the Panda. Then it's inserting the data, just getting from the, again, this data frame, Panda data frame, using all the columns and inserting the data. And this is another one, the validation data. And then we are creating the model. Again, we are using the create model statement. And this is our column, predicted column from the data table. And we are using all the features, all the columns as a feature. Then we are training the model. simple statement, just train model, model name, and a data table. And after that, we are validating the this model. This is validated, and then we are printing the metrics of the validation. So it's saying 90.96. So it's mean our model is pretty much accurate. Then after that, we are doing some prediction by using SQL statement, and same we are doing in the application as well. So this is the one part. Then now let me go to the application. So this is application. Basically, this is a Python Flask application. Thanks to Mr. Avegani, his template was really helpful to design all this. This is a login page. Just I put all the details. I just log in. So then we are having this all the features. We have to define, for example, the age of the house, number of rooms, for example, 5, and number of bedrooms, we are saying 2, and the area population, any population in that area, and we just say predict. So this is our prediction. So if we increase for example, the rooms, it should increase the price as well. See, it's increased. So this is basically the main application. And the third part of this application is this explainer. It's already defined here. So this is also this is a application, Python application we have here. So this is application I'm already running here. So this is application basically. So what it's doing is connecting to the cloud service and reading all the models, all the trained models, and just designing this dashboard. So for example, this is our dashboard. So this is another one I also created for testing. When I go to dashboard, so it's displaying all the detail of that model. So you can just represent visually. For example, these are the value, these are all the features, and it's saying the regression statement. So this graph is showing that our model is very accurate, because as the number of room increases, the price also increases. So plus there are another values we can just test if the values change. So what could be the result? This is also the dependency of the feature. So which one is most undependable? So average area, income, and house age, population. So ID is not relevant, because this is just a column. Even the bedroom is not relevant. So these 4 column basically is used to predict the price. So and also some of the graphs here displaying all the model details, some of the decision trees. If I go to the classification, so for classification also we have here the classification is separate. For the regression, it's separate details. So here is a code basically for this application. What it's doing is using the same function of connection, and then it's connecting and it's reading all the models in the cloud. And here then it's just checking if the model is trained in the ML trained models. And then it's checking the model type, either it's regression or it's classification. If it's a regression, so we need a random forest regressor to generate that model, and then it's passing to the explainer, so it can display there. And in case of classification, we need this random forest classifier to generate the model, and then it's passing to the explainer hub, so then it's displaying all the models here. So that's it. So these are basically all the application. And this is a Python application, basically the main application, just running the Flask application. And we are just predicting. When it's predicting, it's using this SQL while connecting to the same connection to the cloud. and making the prediction based on all the values we are passing. And then it's just displaying, passing and displaying there. So that's it.
Thank you, Muhammad. Any questions to Muhammad? And Muhammad, maybe you have questions to product management, maybe any feedback for new product offering from InterSystems, Iris Cloud SQL.
Yeah, I found it, very easy to use this cloud services when we are just going all the process. Basically, we need to create the model, and then we have to train and predict. And even the performance looks like better, because when I am inserting from outside, it's taking a huge time. But when I'm using the SQL cloud, it's pretty fast. So I think it's still needs definitely some improvements, some more models need to be included. But so far, I'm very satisfied. And I learned a lot from all this exercise, especially the machine learning. Thank you.
Thank you. And we learned a lot. Yeah.
Yes. So Mohammed, I would say that, having an explainer just automatically trained with the model, that is very much going to be released probably this year. I'm hoping some within Iris, and then providing that as an option, and then providing access through embedded Python or some other way. That's very much in the works. And so I appreciate this, workaround that you did.
It will be very helpful. Yeah, it will be very helpful.
Yeah,
positively, at least for the person who's not aware about the machine learning, he can have some ideas actually what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we'll preview a little bit of that probably at Global Summit. And because we've talked about it before, like having explanations, but now that we have much more of an implementation, we know that like getting access to that explainer object so that you could run those third-party things like the hub dashboard just straight from a native thing is actually actually possible. So I think that's going to be good. I think it'll be cool.
Good.
It'll enable a lot of things. Plus, it'll have the explanations in the SQL so that you have get it back from the predict function if you want.
Okay, thank you.
So great. Any more questions, feedback, in general? So I think we had a great test field exercise for a new product in InterSystems. Thanks to product management who provided this opportunity to the community. Thanks a lot. So actually, if you're curious what will be the next contest dedicated to, so it will be a Grand Prix. So like everything yet, the Grand Prix means a grand prize, of course, yes, and actually everything that you submitted earlier, you can apply, and so you can improve and submit for this contest. And I hope our product management will also provide new opportunities to test InterSystems products. And regarding the timing, so we will not stress you very much. So we will let you enjoy all the announcements and sessions and seminars and dedicated sessions on a global summit. But right after, there will be a Grand Prix. Yes, and yeah. Okay, if there are any comments, I see also Guillaume joined. Maybe Guillaume, you want to say something?
Not really. Thank you for the feed, and thanks for all the participants for your great job.
Thank you. Thanks, Guillaume. And again, thanks to all the participants. So we appreciate your notice to our invitations to contests, and we're looking forward for your new submissions, that you will introduce new ideas, innovations, and contribute more for InterSystems developers community and ecosystem. So thanks a lot, and yes, see you at Global Summit.
Yeah, see you. Thank you all.
Thank you. And of course, see you virtually on developer community and Open Exchange.
See you.
So,